Hi, Andy. This is for sure for the younger people. What are you seeing with crypto, whether it be renting or buying? So this person, not from Minnesota, but I recently had two tenants move into my property. The monthly rent is $1,800. They suggested paying the rent in cryptocurrency, but I'm completely new to this and I don't have an account for crypto payments. I'm not sure how to get this up or even if it's a good idea. What are the pros and cons of accepting rent in crypto? How do I create an account? Is it smart for taxes, security? What has been your experience with people buying, selling homes, doing business in real estate with cryptocurrency, Andy?
I did a crypto deal last fall where a buyer came in and bought a house and was all crypto. But here's what you got to remember. Until you can walk into your local bank and say, hey, put that in my crypto account, or until they start playing that game, the banks have the money, the Fed controls the money, protects the consumer. Crypto's not in that arena. So the only reason why somebody would want to, let's say, take some money in crypto is because they're making money in crypto, which a lot of times is somebody's trying to avoid something, probably taxes or whatever it might be, or it's convenience. So if it's convenience, you got Venmo. If it's convenient, there's all these cash apps that are out there where you can send cash. But the idea there is that they want something that's possibly not trackable. I'm just being honest, or like the client that I was working with actually did a lot of work overseas, consulting and whatnot. And so what happened was their consulting business, it was easier for them to collect crypto. And what they did was they took those crypto dollars and they worked with a local bank here in the Twin Cities. And I'm not going to say their name on the show here, but if you ever want help with that, give me a call. I've got a very good relationship with them, but it's only worth what it can sell for that day. So it's kind of like saying, hey, I'll pay you a stock. But if the stock's worth $50 a share today and $10 a share tomorrow, you got to have a lot more stock to trade in for that equivalent of what the cash value is. Cash moves a lot slower on values, so.
So the deal went smooth? Was there too many
No,
hiccups?
zero problems. There was a cash out value the day that they took the crypto and they, converted it to cash. So the bank came to just like a normal closing. They used their crypto cash to close the account, to close with the builder. Everybody on the builder side was happy because they got money from a local bank. So they still worked with the local bank. So this is, I think, the fallacy that there's going to be some like new form of banking. I think what's going to happen is as digital dollars become, whatever you want to call them, become more popular, there's going to still have to be somebody that can control them, secure them, protect them, and to make even the people that are buying feel more secure. Because let's say you have a bunch of crypto dollars and we go in to buy a house and you got set up on a scam because nobody's protecting you. There's nobody watching anything. The title went through. They took your cash. You don't own the house. I mean, so crypto can be as dangerous as anything else. So it's not a bad thing to go with the regulated items like cash through a local bank with mortgage protection and the FDIC protecting you. There's a lot of protectionary clauses that are put in there to protect the consumer that you will abandon by going with a digital currency.
Now, for this question here, accepting rent, how would you advise a person renting out one of their properties with the crypto person? Do you have a strict contract written up, or what would you advise this person to do?
Well, if you have a contract written up and you say you're going to get paid in crypto, I think you can enforce that. But where's the crypto dollar? Who's going to enforce it? What are your eviction rules? And then number one, but number two, as a landlord, you're receiving crypto dollars that are vulnerable on price. So you might hold them and make money, or you might hold them and lose money. So most landlords, and today, especially with today's money, I'm telling you, with interest rates being as high as they are, and properties being at a peak for values, and there's a lot of people that want to rent, but there's literally razor thin margins sometimes on these rental properties. And so when the margins are that thin, I don't think there's a lot of landlords that would take the risk or the extra work, or they're going to charge you more to do it. They're going to say, hey, yeah, you pay with crypto, but it's a 20% surcharge or 10% or whatever the number is. And then they do a surcharge on that money for the hassle of having to go to the bank, convert it to cash, and then it's like, well, where did you get the crypto? Now it's an accounting nightmare for unless you want to keep it as cash and you're hiding it, right? I mean, if that's you as a landlord are just taking the money and pretending it never happened, and you're doing a write-off saying your vacant property is vacant, and you're writing off everything you can, which is tax evasion, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not real comfortable with that side of the business yet. I'll do it, but I do it legitimately, right? We do it with where we're converting at cash value that day. Now that's what it's worth as cash. Take the cash and buy the property.
So do you think it is getting more popular in Minnesota? I heard it on the coast or Miami. A lot of people are buying in the cryptocurrency, but Minnesota, it's still quite rare.
There's no advantage for a seller when you collect crypto because it's going to be recorded that way. And so then you're going to have to pay taxes or whatever it is, just like you would on a cash dollar, on a crypto dollar. I mean, there's no, unless you're doing something completely, all by yourselves, you're not recording stuff, you're, going down to the county and doing a quick claim deed. But all of that fishy behavior is fishy. I mean, I don't want to say the word illegal, but let's say that it's sketchy, right? At best, it's not straightforward as it could be, or maybe it will become. I think that crypto originally was a way for people to pay each other without anybody knowing what's going on. So you can imagine who's doing that. You don't have to be too creative to understand who's using crypto.
All right. Well, for all the good crypto guys out there and girls, if you want to buy a lake home,
16 good crypto people.
If you want to buy a lake home in Minnesota with that crypto legally, talk to Chris Rudy Home.
Dreaming of a lakeside retreat? Here's why Minnesota is your paradise waiting to be discovered. Investment value. Lakeside properties in Minnesota are not just homes, they're valuable investments. Lifestyle upgrade. Imagine waking up to serene lake views, fishing at dawn, or boating under the sunset. Rental potential. Seasonal fluctuations mean you can earn rental income when you're not using the property. Proximity to urban centers. Enjoy the tranquility of nature without sacrificing the conveniences of city life. And variety. From cozy cabins to sprawling lake homes, there's a property for every taste and budget. Ready to dive in? Chris Rudy Home experts will help you navigate these waters. Your dream lake home awaits.
Hey, like our videos, I'll like you back. Follow our page, I'll love you. And boy, if you made comments, you'd be the best.